Okay, and we're live. I'm just checking out everything. I've changed some of the audio settings, so if the music is too loud or something, please let me know. Let's start by turning the level down for myself. That's better. I'm gonna pull everything that the team has done. So cool, looks like a big commit. So lots of changes. Okay, sure. I don't need to. I can discard these changes because I don't make them by hand. Let's just pull the update. Let's see. The ultimate camera upgrade. Camera code if you want camera rotation, ocean shader base and world space, asset backed, obstacle prefabs, consolidating scenes, converting word count, okay. Yeah, because Chris just showed that we have a WebGL build that works. So, the targeting there. So yeah, it looks like it works nicely. We have the new effects in there as well. So we can now manipulate the boats. It seems to perform fairly okay, so happy with that. Okay, so let me start up Unity. And get Trello. Let me switch scenes so that you can see what I see. That's better. It's nice to see the list of things that are done increase. Let's see, something another testing the live tracker. Just want to play with it and see the current state for now. So how's the audio for everybody? Is the music okay? Hi Mama Plies. Because I changed the setup a bit, so if it's too loud or too low, please let me know. Always takes forever for Unity to load, but maybe I should also tell some people on Discord that I'm streaming. And I can put it here as well. Don't think it really that I need to put it here because the server is just too big, but yeah. So I think all the scenes were merged into one, so now we just have the world and two playgrounds for Z. I'm glad you like the sound. I see that I should probably change a layer thing here to make sure that it doesn't overlap those. I'm wondering. Let me see, main menu, no, the HUD, we have the boat identifiers, there's a UI layer. So if I want to go, to make sure that it goes to the back of the UI layer, let me just quickly check, Unity layer ordering, draw order. No. Let me see, I want to create a series of layers. Can pass through each other. Render in a controllable order. Yeah, exactly. Frame rate takes ahead, sure. Okay, you can for example. Okay. Not really what I was looking for, but I think this is something that I'll ask the guys, because it's probably faster for me to ask them than to go find it myself. Hey guys, start the work on the game. One thing I want to fix is to that those identifiers don't overlap onto the live tracker. Is there easy way to do this? Shout out to the stream. I see you there as well. So yeah, I have my I have like monitors all around me, and I have the big 34-inch widescreen that I work on, and I have OBS and the chat to the side on a smaller monitor. So I actually have to physically turn around to see chat. So it also allows me to focus when I need to focus. But yeah. So hi Snooty, Chris in this case. Glad that you're here. So yeah, what I was trying to do, I was looking, I just pulled all the changes, and one thing that I noticed was that the boat identifiers overlay on top of the live tracker here, and I wonder if I change this sequence, is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Okay, never mind. I already figured it out. So yeah, I just changed the order of these. What? This is a prefab now, okay. Open prefab, okay. So now we have the live tracker, and we make sure that the boat identifiers are behind them. And that was easy. So now if we, yeah, they get occluded by the live tracker, which is exactly what I want. Great, first little thing fixed. It's always good to start with fixing something. What does it think I changed here? UI canvas prefab. I didn't change the name. Why do you think that? Ah, okay. No, it's just that the order is changed. Okay, I can live with that. These I don't. So yeah, changed the swap the order of the live tracker and the boat identifiers to make sure they render in the correct order. So I was thinking, would it be possible to have a quick call to see the things that you're working on and what I can do now? What my time is best spent on doing? Can I call you? It's usually quicker than just a type, just to have a quick call, make sure we're all in sync. Ah, okay, yes to being called. Okay, so, yes. Hello. I'm good. I just need to make sure that I can hear you, which also means that I need to switch off the music for a bit. Yeah, because last time with all the alert sounds, I had Spotify turned way down. So this time I just turned it way up to make sure that I could level everything out. But yeah.
How's your day been?
Good. I started the morning by doing an hour of client work. I rushed into the office, get some work done. Then I went back home, made sure the oldest gets to the swimming pool. So usually when she
You guys close meet?
no, that was just at home. I had a salad. Yeah, I just had like grocery deliveries for the office. So I had some like those pre-packed salads, just chicken and paprika and stuff. So yeah, I had one of those that was about to expire. So I brought that from the office to quickly eat lunch with them. So.
Were you working at McDonald's today?
Yeah, I actually thought about streaming from there, but I had the noise cancelling headset, the Bose one, and when the mic turns on, it turns off for some reason the noise cancelling. So it was so loud just for me starting OBS. It switched modes, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, but it's just I really like if you're in a busy environment with like fans running and. So yeah, if you have the wall of silence around you and it just opens up, it's not a nice thing. So I figured, well, it's also a public space, so I'm not sure how much they would like it if I would stream from there. But yeah,
I like your point.
yeah,
I'm just enjoying my popcorn.
I can hear. Enjoy.
I'm planning to start working on some level design
Ah yeah, cool.
soon. I'm like pretty much ready for that. Or an environmental layout, and I've got some ideas on how we're gonna lay out the level.
Okay, cool.
I guess we tested the WebGL build.
Yeah, it worked great for me. But this machine has the 2060 Super, so I'm not really sure if it's a good.
Graphic card.
Yeah, I have the NUC, the Intel NUC with the Vega 64. It's also no slouch, but that also works great.
You said to that, and this will probably be the lightest build of this game ever. From here on, the game is just gonna get heavier.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, even on the NUC, it really runs fast. I can test. I have like an i7 laptop at home, which is pretty beefy, but I have also one that's a bit slower. So I can try that to see if it... and that only has integrated graphics. The i7 also has a dedicated graphics card, but I have one laptop that I bought like... Did I tell you the story about the holiday where I forgot my laptop?
Yep, I know that's how you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but so that laptop is actually great because it's like one of the... It was the cheapest laptop I could find with like a good SSD and still some RAM and stuff, but... Yeah, so that will be a good test laptop, I think.
Apart from its lack of storage.
Yeah, both my laptops have a lack of storage. It's,
Yeah, I used to have that issue myself. No, never again.
I'm putting in 8 terabytes this time, Chris said. Huh?
Well,
No, okay. Yeah, I had like a Sony Vaio 12 or 13 inch laptop, like one of the first Ultrabooks, and it was such a amazing laptop. It was like a Windows 8. It just came out with a touchscreen, and it was all aluminum and nice glass. It was such a great laptop, but it had a 128 gigs of SSD because SSDs were just coming out by then, and it's such a disaster because Windows 8, it has that WinSXX folder that just grows and grows, and you can't clean that up. So as time goes on, you can install less and less programs. So yeah. So in the end, I think I like reformat that machine every 3 months or something just to be able to keep using it. But yeah.
Sure. I see.
Um,
Let me speak Norwegian here.
sorry?
My brain switched language for a second.
Sorry. Yeah, so I pulled all the changes. The wind looks good. There was a small thing that the sales were coming through, but it's just a question of ordering because it's all UI stuff. So
Just fix the thing where the boat occasionally land upside down and then the sail is below it.
I never seen that happen actually, but yeah.
Because if you, like, example, I mean, I can just do it manually, like, just pause the game and turn the boat upside down and see what happens.
You have a fair point there.
But it seems that he has made a fancy system where the boats actually don't face the way they face in a way.
Okay. Let me see. Rotate. I can. Is it this one? No, that's just a sail.
Yeah, it does that. I just turned the boat upside down, and obviously that causes its icon anchor to go below water.
Mm-hmm.
But the boat still faces the correct way because
Actually, for me, it doesn't. If you look on my screen, do you see the 4? So if I rotate the entire boat.
Een mogelijkheid is geopend.
you
Okay.
need to unpause the game though.
Okay. True, because it will update. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I saw it. I saw it happen. But okay.
Alright,
But-
obviously I'm watching you stream, which is like 5-second delay.
Sorry.
That's why I'm like, no you didn't.
The thing that I'm wondering though is, does it actually matter that the indicator is below the boat when the boat is upside down?
We could actually solve it by putting the indicator on the boat model instead. By moving the prefab one further in.
Okay, but even then I'm thinking like, is this something we need to solve? But
I think it's nice to do this.
okay, sure.
This is such an easy fix.
For you maybe. You say it. You put it on the boat. So like the
Just move that one to the model, I think.
model or the boat. The model is enough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now
Yeah, there, that's a good. No, one up.
I can. Yeah, I have it.
And hello, Riverforge Games. Thank you for following Nick.
Thank you. I saw Riverfort's stream while I was putting the kids to bed, so I figured, well, I always, when I stop streaming, I get like a nice email with a summary. I was like, maybe I can help him a bit, so I opened the stream, chatted and followed and did all the things.
Come and raid us, you know.
Yeah, that's yeah, true. Next time you can raid. But yeah, thank you for coming to say hi. It's nice. How was your stream?
What were you working on, Riverforge? Because I didn't know.
He was working on his game, but I will let him tell you that.
No spoilers.
Yeah, because he's working on Glitchon with Jan, but he also has his own games, and he was working on one of his own games this time.
I was chatting with Jan the other day about Glitchon and how that game is like been taking over a lot of his time and is grown in proportion to why.
Yeah,
That seems like a really cool concept.
yeah, it's really cool, and something that you can sink infinite time into. I think. Let's see. Got lots of super boring stuff done with Main Street. Oh yeah, that was the name of the game. It's Main Street. I'm really looking forward to actually catching the stream sometime because like I really like tycoon games. So yeah, I think you might have a customer in me. Data entry and balancing for 30 new items. Okay, so if you're doing balancing, the game is pretty far along then, right?
Has anything you want from me while I'm on call, Nick?
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting caught up in things.
My plan is kind of once I start the time, I'm going to try to make a time lapse of it and completely zone out, and I'll ignore your stream as well.
Yeah, no problem. That's fine actually. Actually, the change of the models didn't really work. Look how it looks here. They're all wonky, the positions now.
Oh, because now that's the thing though. If you just pause for a little bit and let the game play for a little while, so
Oh.
they stabilize, you know, the boats.
Yeah, but this is really janky. I preferred the behavior before actually, because this.
Now they're stable.
No, now they jiggle around even more.
Okay, I guess so. Let's move back to old point.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Z should be fixing a little bit about the jiggle. I don't know why it happens.
Maybe he likes a jiggle. You don't know.
You can see that the actual floater, the physics doesn't do it, but yet the boat does. So I suppose we don't know what's done with the code there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this game's totally played with 10 to 20% content and mechanics between 10 to 1 updates.
Okay.
Plenty of content to make, I guess.
Yeah. But it's nice that you have something to focus on, like the game set out and you can tweak and yeah. I really want to make sure that this game, but also the other game that I'm working on, gets to that stage where it's like, yeah, this is completely done, and now I can just see if I can add more content to it. So yeah, let's back on topic. Yeah, I was wanting to see where you guys are, what you're up to. So you're doing the level design and getting some content out of it. I think that's good because that's what's currently the most important part that's missing. I think, like being able to.
I'm gonna start working on the ocean because ocean looks fun.
Yeah, sure, making it semi-transparent maybe and.
I spent a lot of time today. No, I'm not gonna make it transparent. I don't think. Because I'll be, or maybe I don't know. We'll see. But spent a lot of time today actually working on the camera.
Oh, I haven't even checked that out yet. I can do that in a bit.
You will notice, for example, when you zoom in, the camera moves slower, and when you zoom out, the camera moves faster. And also the zooming motion is much more pleasant, as well as the follow motion. If you're going to follow a target that's nearby, then it will do a smoother lerp than when it's something that moves far away.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of little details in the camera.
Yeah, it looks nice. So you also included the follow bit. Yeah. Yeah, that was actually the thing that I thought I would start on today. I figured like if I can figure out how to set the angle correctly, but I'm gonna look at how you did that.
If you pause the game right now, you can see how the camera is built up by looking at the camera mover in the hierarchy.
Camera lighting, camera mover. I'm always having so much trouble just to navigate around, how to see things. I wish I could use my WASD just to see. So you have that.
You just hold right click and use WASD.
Oh, but it's so slow. But yeah, it works actually. I didn't know that.
Speed it up. You hold shift and use the scroll wheel and it
Oh.
comes a little bar.
Just 7 little hotkeys. Okay.
Scroll while holding shift.
Yeah, I see. Oh yeah.
And then turn that up to 2, and then it starts going faster. And also you need to turn on acceleration, which is a setting in if you click on the camera icon and come back to the speed.
This is already a lot better. Cool. So I'm actually wait. Why is the ocean inside the camera mover? Ah, so you always have.
right? You can't get the ocean out of view anymore.
I understand, but don't you move the ocean when you move the camera now?
Yes, that's correct. That's intentional.
Okay.
But
I'm-
the shader on the ocean is in world states.
Ah, okay. So that doesn't shift.
It moves. Remember the GIF I sent earlier today? Or
Yeah, yeah. There was a video.
scroll up to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
GIF.
Yeah. Yeah, but there you see actually the waves moving along with the camera. Or did I? It's so hard to. No, you're right. It's hard to tell. It's. I need to look better. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So is it? This is probably a lot more efficient as well, right?
Only one mesh and that's all you have, no LODs or anything.
You're a wizard, Krister.
Yes, I
I
know. I got that working.
Yeah, cool. But that's okay. So let me see the. So you put the. Is that actually over the boats right now? Because you were talking about positioning, like using this rig, or how would you call it, to position the camera, right?
Yeah, so the camera mover is basically the focus of the camera, the center point. And then basically the camera just has an offset away from that, so you just make the mover will go to the boat target.
Yeah, but shouldn't I see the boat then now? Because it's way off.
That's strange. Are you sure it's way off?
Yeah, look. Because I double clicked and this is what it gives me. It's like.
You have clicked on center instead of local. Click in your pivot settings in top left of the screen. You need to click pivot.
Sorry?
So in top left of Unity, you have like the different tools, and next to it says center and local. You're supposed to click on center so it says pivot.
Okay. Man, I have so much stuff that I need to learn about Unity. It's really. Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm obviously
Oh, yeah.
I don't see if you found it or not.
Yeah, I see it.
Now you clicked it.
Yep. Catch up, catch up. No, but yeah, I can see it now. Cool. So how do you actually change the pivot point for the...
It's just an empty game object at that location.
Yeah, but I thought actually the pivot point would usually just be the center unless you change like the anchoring in the transform, but...
In this case, it's the center of all children, which is the ocean.
But if you go to the oh, okay. Okay, I clearly don't understand this. Because yeah.
You'll get the hang of it eventually.
Yeah, I don't understand where the pivot point is there.
Well,
Because
now that you have pivot selected, it's wherever the cursor is displayed. Then if you click back to center, you'll see the average position of the children.
okay.
But usually you want to be on pivot unless you're manipulating multiple objects at the same time intentionally.
Okay. I think this is like the first time that I selected pivot here.
Yeah.
So, okay. I have so much to learn for Unity. So, okay. That's cool. Because this lets you just, yeah, because what you probably did is like put that on there, then manually made sure the angle and stuff was correct, and then you have your rig.
Yeah, so basically just control the camera offset from that.
Yep.
And then we invert the movement of everything.
Nice.
If you open the script, look at it, and you try not to scream. Because it got a bit convoluted.
Camera control, right? And
Start exploring it, rotating the camera. I was like, nope, we're not going there. It's more work than it looks.
yeah, I can imagine. Because I actually had issues just like figuring out how to nicely position the camera to look at a fixed point in space. So
So you pretty much all the
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's a difference when you're close to the water, how things behave, and when you're far away from the water. For example, the speed changes, the panning speed changes,
Yeah.
the
Uh,
tilt is changing, everything's changing.
Yeah, and the min max height clamp is nice. Reminds me of like the old RTS things where it had like a really annoying camera because it would you would like I want to zoom out, I want to see more of the battlefield, and it's like nope.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense. So cool.
Then you have a chunk of code below there in the update, which is just like this beast of stuff.
Relative height goal. I don't even know what a height goal is. It's like is that for the LERP or something? Like that's where you want to go to. Mm-hmm. And can you then set it like the time it has to take and stuff? Let me see.
Yeah, you use just math lerp between it.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah. Sure. I've used that before. But I was like, because you can lerp infinitely, and you have to have like a time where you're like, okay, I'm close enough now, I'll make the final switch, because the difference will just become like infinitely small, right?
Yeah, but actually that's not an issue in Unity. I've seen that problem before, but Unity is working outside.
Yeah, I know it works, but what I said was I think it's more like from an efficiency standpoint that I wrote code that like if my lerp results like a difference that is so small that I don't care about it anymore because it will scale it infinitely. I just say okay, and now it's done, and I'll make the final switch myself and stop lerping until there's another change that needs to happen. But actually, the impact isn't that big, so.
It's running pretty much all the time because the camera's always on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, computers can do a lot of stuff. It's just the amount of computations that you can do is really huge. But okay. So you're going to work on the map, and that you know actually what you want to do.
Got a vision in my head at least. Let's see if it executes.
Yeah, because I thought about like buoys, and because you have to go around them and stuff. And there was also
Thinking buoys along the path, but not that you have to go on either side of them or anything. That'll be
okay.
But just buoys to indicate like kind of a bit of orientation and put them along.
Mm.
Yeah, where the buoys are supposed to be.
I thought about abusing like invisible nav mesh obstacles so that the agent will always just choose to go around, but yeah, it's not really that important. One thing that I did thought about after always cheating the game to the finish is maybe adding something that it will reject like nav points that are that you haven't visited yet, so you can't go actually to the end result or end page here before you visited all the others before. Is that
I'm planning to just make the level relatively linear in a direction. You know?
okay? Just to make sure that okay.
Yeah, you can't really cheat. You're just supposed to go right. You know, be Mario.
Okay.
I mean, it's more interesting than just right. Bit up, bit down.
Yeah. Do we need like a small HUD, like with a rally car, you know, like you have to go that way to give a general indication of where you have to go based on the current camera position, or is that too much?
The less interface, the better. The world should be explaining everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna challenge you, Nick, for your next game. You know, you're gonna make a game which doesn't even have an interface.
I'm not even gonna have a camera, so I won't render anything. Win! No. But what do you mean, like no interface? Because a button is an interface.
Games full out of like no interface games. Like no UI elements. Everything has to kind of be explained through physics in the world, or like how the world is.
Ah, okay.
It's a good challenge.
Well, I think I still need to finish the game that I started. And this one. So, but we're working on that.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it, I think.
Yeah, I still have no clue what I'm going to do though.
I haven't thought about it. Yeah, we should probably figure that out. What should Nick do? Oh yeah, you can improve the
No, it's no problem. I can do that, but that's just such a minor thing, I think. And it probably won't keep me busy for too long.
We need starting screens, we need tutorial screen, we need settings. Settings. Well, we might not need that much settings, to be honest. Because we're doing WebGL build, it already has
Do we need like we need sound effects maybe? We need UI stuff or need stuff about the effects that get shown.
I don't think it needs a UI weather effects, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think as a bonus, if we see the need for it in gameplay, like maybe we like, okay, if it's not on screen, then maybe show the
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, warning icons at the edge of the screen pointing towards where the effect supposedly is.
So,
Yeah.
sorry?
For example, if there's a tornado to off screen, which is to the left, then there's a little bubble on the left of the screen indicating that.
Ah, okay. Sure, I can do that.
I mean, like, I'm not sure if it's necessary yet, though. It's Polish.
Yeah, true. But I think we can use some polish. I can also add like an indicator to show which boat you're following. We still need to set up colors.
Find a good way to place the icons actually above the boats. Because right now, when you zoom out, you don't see the boats.
Yeah, but that's because of the approach we took with the placement thing, you know.
I know.
Who thought of that?
Yeah.
Hmm?
How do we solve it out? Like,
Yeah, what I can do is just remove that thing that we use right now, put it to the center of the entire thing, and just add some pixels to shift it up so that it's always correct. Sorry?
depending on zoom level, change the amount of pixels.
Yeah, that it needs to shift. Yeah, sure.
But I'm also wondering, isn't maybe the pivot point of the icon wrong? I can actually investigate myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably faster than.
Yes, that's only the issue. Their anchors are wrong.
Okay.
I can actually talk about it.
So what do you mean by the anchor? Because I have it open right now.
But are you sharing the feedback between the two of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually what I do is I clone the one in the live tracker.
Okay, I think we need two different prefabs for it.
Then I need to rewrite the entire system because
Really?
yes, really. Because what it does now, it actually takes everything that you configured there, like the color and the text and stuff, and it just clones that and scales it. So if I create a different prefab, then I need something to match those, and I have that's a lot of work. It'll probably be like an hour or more to change that.
That's crazy. Maybe you can maybe it will work fine just move an anchor without affecting anything. Let me just try that. So I haven't wanted to move that because I was wondering if we share because I didn't find the other prefab.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. I do everything in code. But then I also have to update all sorts of values because everything is like I've manually checked everything for the ranges and put it all in constants so that it knows how to scale along the lines, etc. So if you change something there, then I probably need to change it. But what I can do is I can put it in a parent that corrects it, because I instantiate a clone of it. But I
That's a good point.
I can
I
put
think there's one value which needs to be changed, but I'm not so sure if it actually helps.
But what at least I think what I can do is just figure out the size on screen for the entire boat and just place it above it. Can't I do that?
It's easy to find that size though. Z says he's tried the game on mobile and it worked. Super cool.
Ah, cool. I haven't even thought about that. Nice. Unity get screen size of game object. The bounds of the object screen. Okay. This dot get component renderer and then dot bounds. Okay.
I think maybe you're on the right track. Changing the anchor or pivot didn't do the trick like I was expecting.
I'm not sure what it does, but I'll check it. So I'm going to check. Let me see the scripts. I'll leave you to it. I'll just mess about with that, and I'll try to add an indicator for the boat that we're actually following. It's too bad that you can't use particles on UI layers. Well, you can, but that's like a whole day of work. Because I thought I could maybe just add some sparkles to the active boat, you know. But yeah. When? Today? I don't know. No, I don't know. Let me see. Try. I guess inputs didn't really work. Ah, okay. Birthday gift. Yeah.
The suspense is so high right now.
It was May 19th. Happy late and early birthday then.
Yeah, because I think they actually took notes. To intentionally remember.
I'm so horrible with birthdays. It's just thinking of it. Actually, like the guy that was on stream yesterday, Luke, his birthday was like 8 days ago. I just remember. Yeah. Oh man, I really am horrible with things like that. I thought about like just designing something just to keep like important bits of information about people, just so that I don't forget or I can revisit them. Because my memory for personal stuff is horrible. But my wife, she has a friend that can tell you basically every date ever. So, but I think I'm taking up way too much of your time because you want to do the level design.
Did we figure anything out for you to do? Work on the
Yeah.
icon. Claire, do you have anything else Nick should work on?
Yeah, no problem. But I'll work on the scoring and the icon above the boat and to identify which boat you're following, and that should be it. At least for now. And I'll check back later if everything is done, you know? But you'll ignore me because you'll be busy. But that's okay. I'll find something else to do. I'll just write in chat and maybe hit up C to see what he's working on.
Yeah. He's
Yeah?
probably working on playing a game, not that, but
Ah, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. It'll be okay.
still disturb him. Oh, is Claire's in the call? Like you're listening to him on stream or something. I didn't realize he jumped into the call. I see that now. Okay. Bye.
So, bye.
Time stream.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Okay. So let's put back some music. And turn it down a bit so that I can hear myself think. Actually, I can do it a bit more like that. Okay. So I'm going to jump into the code of the camera controller. And we have another identifier, right? The boat identity manager. So let me see, it enumerates them here. It creates them. I'm just thinking about the update was here. So now we have the target icon screen. Yeah, that's where the boat is, but I probably need to bounce for that. So I need let me see, boat controller script. What do we have here? We have the game object, so I can get the renderer and the bounce for that, right? Okay. For boat bounce equals to that. What does it give us? A center and a size. So it has a size and a width and a height, probably? No? XYZ, okay. So let me just debug log. Let's just do this once per frame, which I think is long enough. Probably need to limit that even more. Float last dump is time. Time minus last dump larger than 1 actually, so once per second we will dump the position, the bounce of the first boat. Bounce for boat number. X, Y, Z. So let's see what this returns. Let's start. I always think I can click the start button now, but I need to start the game first. And I broke something. There's no renderer attached to boat rig. Okay, sure. So that makes sense. Unity. Get screen size of game object. Let's try that again. Script usually on screen size in pixels. Gives you an object bounding box in pixels. Use it to calculate how they are. Okay. What does this use to actually detect it? Factory disintegrate. Diameters, tires and collider bouncing. Right. Okay. A bit faster. Distance and diameters to pixel size. I don't even know how to get those actually. Distance, okay. Effectively distance, position and camera. Okay. Sure. So this will give the cross section. I'm tempted to just put this in and just see how it works. Draw texture. Okay. Let's just see how this works and just mess with it later. Checking if the identifiers work now. Yeah, they work again. That's good. UI. Create script. Bounding box debug script. Oh. Also doing something naughty here. Okay. Okay. So let's keep track of it here. That should stop with the errors. Okay, clear that. Let's work on the script. Bounding box debug script. I'm just gonna copy this here. Collider is obsolete. Property collider has been depreciated. Get component collider. Okay. Is the collider used somewhere else? But that also means that I need to put a collider on it, and that has a bounce. So, okay. I actually don't know how the boat is set up. Let's see what the boat has. It has a rigid body and a box. Ah, sure, it has a box collider. Fine. Okay. Sure, I can just test this out. I'm curious to see what this does. Ah, that's fine. Yep, that's pretty much what I need. Cool. Okay. So let's rework this into what we need. So this, it only needs this once. And it's the same for all the boats. So I probably should have this on the boat. So that we don't execute it time after time after time. Yeah, so I can get the diameter of the thing. I can put this on the boat script, boat controller script. Let's see, boat controller script, where are you? Boat controller. Public float diameter. And I set it here. Okay, so now I should be able to use this. To calculate the size on screen and use the upper part of that to offset it. Hi Harsh, how do you plan to match the theme, you ask? By being able to just keep adding wind. It's an interpretation, and if they don't like it, well, that's okay, but I'm okay with it. Actually, one of the first ideas that I had was to create a game about rebandaging a mummy. It's like to rewind the bandages on a mummy. So the whole actual rewinding of the action that you do, it's something that I think it's so obvious that you want to stand out a little bit. So that's why we chose to take a different interpretation of the theme. So if you've seen that, you can actually keep adding wind into the game. So that's how we justify creating this game for the rewind theme. So we do it to rewind. Let me see, I was doing this, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. I can put those here. So just working variables, I can do them here. Like that. By this, it will be the boat dot game object dot transform dot position. I probably don't need this one anymore because we're doing it differently. This will be boat dot controller script dot diameter with uppercase D. Yes. Boat forces. Okay. How are your games coming along actually, Harsh? Did you finish your Minecraft game? So this is the screen position, then I can do screen. So the position would be new vector 3. Probably just use these. Then I need to offset the Y. Let's see. Yeah. So I need to add on to that. let's just add a number in there and see what it does. Because I need to kind of see how it works from the offset there. That's funny. Because the actual debug script still works, but I'm missing something here. Dun. Am I missing something here? Let me check. Good, because this is in different space, right? No, that shouldn't be it. Actually, with this screen size, I can better put them below each other. Let me see. We have the distance. I'm just wondering if these two differ. So if the diameter here is different from what I actually get from the code here. The boat controller. Curious to see what they return, if there is a difference. This is 0.49 something, okay? Okay, so that's the same. So it's not an initialized thing. Okay, so if I go here versus the debug manager here. So the screen position for which boat is this actually? The first. Sure. Let's add them all to quick watch, to a watch, screenshot it, and make sure that we compare to see if there's something that I'm missing here. Sure, because that's in UI speed, so that should be okay. Okay, let's see. I'll copy them here, put them in Notepad. Should probably just exit out of it here to make sure that I get the same here. I have distance 0, angle size 0, these are all 0. What the? Okay, let's first wait till that finishes, okay? So that looks pretty much the same. Might be different boats, so there might be a small difference, but okay. Curious to see what the old piece of code would return here. Sure, you can't. So that would be interesting to see what this one comes up with versus this one here. So this is okay. Pixel size divided by 2, because this will be the center, I think. It's weird for me that they don't actually update here, because they seem to be fixed. Is that because of the... no, because the diameter thing. That's not it. Let's see, I want to have this in here as well. Check it like this, stop running. So, are there any wizards here that can tell me what I'm doing wrong? Wave height, okay, that's weird. Why does this throw errors all of a sudden? Okay, let me stop it first. Attach to Unity. Clear. Run. Okay, so this is pretty much the same actually. The target main pause versus the screen pause. So why don't I actually just wait? If I add watch versus screen pause. Okay, because it doesn't add in the third part, actually, the Z. Because what I used to do was just set it to this, and it'll be okay. I wonder why this is there. So if I just do this and Y and screen pause .z, this should pretty much just put it back on top of the boat, but just a bit lower because it's now the center of the boat and not the top of the boat. Yeah, but it still doesn't move. It's weird. I wonder what I'm missing here. Oh, actually, yeah, duh. But no, it's still weird. Screen classes, camera, boat control, boat identity manager. Let me see. Boat game object transform position. Yes. Are the boats not physically moving, but just moving inside their offset? That would be weird. That could be it. Because I'm checking the root game object. And they're static at a given position, and it's a thing inside that just moves. Okay. Yep. That makes sense, because I'm tracking actually the parent and not the boat itself that's moving along the screen. So it's always nice when you're chasing your own tail in situations like this. But I'm glad I found out what it is. So the fact or the reason why they aren't moving right now is because I'm just calculating the parent over and over again instead of the boat. So makes sense. So I need to actually go to the script because that has this has references to there's the icon position. No. Icon position transform. I thought there were like references to the other stuff as well. Let me see. Projects, prefabs, boat. There we have the boat. Model transform. What is the model? Ah, okay, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so I can take the model transform from there. Where was I? Dot model transform dot position, right? Yes. Okay. Huh. At least now it should follow again. Come on. Oh, I'm not running. Okay, run. So yeah, as you can see now the sails are actually right on top of the center box. So now all I need to do is make sure that they will be offset from them. Oh, where did they go? Ah, okay. Huh. Did they actually go below the... That's weird. Are they scaled extra? Ah no, they are just occluded by the box. Never mind me. Okay, so we have this. Now we can just do size. This was different just now. Let me just go back. Because it wanted like this. Let me first check what this does. So let's run again. Oh yeah, that gets wonky because of the Just trying to get a feel for the thing here. It's weird that it floats, that it goes in the opposite direction the further it goes away. Yeah, because this is something that I really don't get. Because it's like, it's flipped like that. So the further it goes off, it just baffles me that this works here. Creates a new rect. What does it take? X, Y, width and height. Yeah. So that should be top left, right? So why is it different for here? Because if I would do, for me, if I do this -10 and I run it, I expect them to be shifted 10 pixels on screen. So they're up more now? Oh, they seem to be shifted in 2 directions. And let's see, 30. Trying to understand this. I edited the wrong one. 30. Okay, so now they're properly upshifted, all of them. So why, if you try to do the same in my part, that it won't work? It's weird. Because this is basically what the units don't matter in this case. No, it does. Because I can take the size. What does the pixel size mean? Yeah, that's the width and the height, right? It's 2 times the pixel size, so it should be like 2 blocks above what I expect it to be. Oh. Hi Z, I'm really struggling with actually positioning the indicators. And I see that somebody was moderating and banned people and removed messages. I have no idea what happened, but yeah. Am I entertaining you with my misery? Yeah. Because I found this script, right? That does it lets you basically find the bounding box for an object and then draw it on screen. So, and this works. So now I've changed it to be like 2 blocks above where it should be, and I want to do the same for the indicators, but for some reason that just doesn't work as I expected, and I don't know why. Because draw texture draws directly to the screen, I get that, but I would expect that setting a transform position would be similar, because this is also in UI space, I think. But yeah, it's not doing it for me. Yeah, because what I did was minus 2 times pixel size and make sure that it's above it, but that just doesn't work. It seems like the inverse thing doesn't really work here. What I could do, let me see. It's like both icon position dots change Y, yes. Change Y. To pixel size. Let me see. But it was working pretty well before. Why'd you change it? Because Christopher didn't like it, that it would like obfuscate it from view. Yeah. Yeah, the white box things look correct. That's what also baffles me, but this uses GUI.draw texture, and it's probably using a different kind of way to position. So I have no idea how or why this is different. So, but that's just because I don't really fully understand the parts here. Are you telling me I fixed it? Okay, let me see. I'll do a plus. I probably don't need half the things there. I don't think I would use immediate mode GUI these days. Yeah, I have no clue. I was just trying, like, looking for a way to measure what's on screen. So, and I found this, and it kind of works. So now I have something that will float on top of it. And maybe doing it twice is too much, but yeah. Come on. So what I can do here, I'm trying to use WAS to scroll in Visual Studio. I'm so messed up. Horrible. So yeah, what I do is actually I use the pixel size thing that I calculated to add an offset to the screen to world position. So I don't use any of this. So I use the part that actually calculates the size of the square of the box. But, yeah. So now they're always above the boat. I hope you're happy, Chris, or this gave me a headache. Yeah. Yeah, but there's something like, I'm the kind of guy that always needs to know how everything works. So, because that's the only way to solve problems, right? Know how it works, or at least how subcomponents work, so you can reason about it and fix it. So with things like this, it really drives me mad because there's so much that I don't know about this system. So if I can't reason about it, it makes me mad. So I'm glad that I found a somewhat solution here, but I still actually want to dig in and find out how it all works, but not gonna do that now, because that's way too much work for things, and we don't have have time for it right now. So I'll remove this. Remove component, and I'll clean up the code a bit. Also don't need boat pause. Do I do, okay. I'll just feed it in here once since I don't reuse it. Remove those, that's okay. I don't need to track this anymore. So yeah. Why would you not use world space canvas with the pivot set to the bottom and then have a minimum scale? Those are words and I have no idea what they mean, I'm afraid. The thing is, let me just explain quickly how the indicators here work. How they work is that it looks at the live tracker. Yeah, that's one thing that we try to do is in the prefab we have this icon position. So I'm not sure that I should be doing this right now, but there's like a game object on the boat. So where you can specify where you want the icon to be. But because the angle changes and stuff, that there are angles that just don't work. So Chris has said, well, it would be nice if we can always just see the boat, even when we're zoomed in and stuff. So then I thought, the code that we have now calculates the point of the boat, calculates the point of the indicator. So what if I could just like measure the entire boat and just offset it that way? But yeah, that was what I was trying to do, but it doesn't really work. But even now, no, it doesn't matter. This somewhat works, and I'm okay with it. It's better than it was before because the boat isn't hidden by its identifier now. So I'll just leave it. Just do it how you feel it becomes. Yeah. No, I don't mind backseat programming. I'm here for it, but the whole thing, like the world space, and I just don't get all the concepts yet. So there's just still a lot of things that I need to wrap my head around. So for now, I think I'll leave it at this, and I'll work on. There are two things that I want to do, because I set up the system that you can click here and have it all telegraphed stuff, and I had it that it would zoom to the position, but the camera was off. So Krister fixed that today and made like a rig that you can just center on top of the boat, but because of the parenting, it would have a nice viewing angle, etc. So that works, and it keeps tracking until you move it by hand. So those work. Are they static here? Or are they moving? They're just moving slow. Okay. So what I want to do now is make sure that you can see which boat the camera is tracking. Okay, let's see. Z is trying to teach me. Basically, a canvas has three modes: screen space, overlay, where you just use screen space chords. Okay, so that's like, yeah, the pixels on your screen. Okay, camera chords, where you use the camera space chords, and world space, where it has an actual position in the world. You need to add a billboard script to make it face the camera, but it's quite simple. Okay, I haven't made that either yet, because currently the icon lives in screen space, I think, because it's a UI element. So the things that you see, the indicators, are clones of the live tracker here. Because Chris's first response was also like, it's probably something with the pivot and stuff like that. But everything, the way it's set up now, it clones the original. So if we change something there, I would probably have to rework a lot of stuff to make it work. Because I thought I'd be clever and make sure that I write code that actually clones all the parts that you set up in the UI, so that you don't have to manage multiple items of them. So yeah, I'm adding an indicator to show which item you're tracking, and I'm gonna work on the scoring system to have like a more creative way to score points. But maybe after this whole thing is over and the pressure of the jam submit deadline is over, maybe we can take a bit of time and you can try to teach me. So this one is going crazy, and that's probably because it's upside down, or no? It just likes to wiggle or something. Isn't that the upside down problem that looks that I'm seeing here for like the 9th? Because it has a really weird behavior. Yeah, thanks. I'll take you up on that because I really want to learn more. Okay, so I'll quickly commit this and jump onto the camera stuff. Let's see. Both controller, both energy manager, debug shipment. Yes. Okay. Change the both identifier to be a little bit offset. Screen top to make sure it doesn't overlap the both model in some angles. Okay. Well, the boat was it was painted in the right way, but yeah, I don't know. Okay. So for a camera indicator, I was actually thinking of making the live tracker smaller because there's so much white space here. So let's see. Canvas, open prefab, live tracker 70. Oh yeah, that's not the thing. Okay. Or is it? There is an image. Oh yeah, that will obviously mess up with everything. Yeah. Because those need to be adjusted. So if I shift this by what the hell? It's so freaky, the background thing. I remember that Chris or Z, I don't remember who said it to me. Totally shadow we got in the morning. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope I actually have something to show you in the morning, because it's yeah. Check this out with the time code wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, I'll check it out later. Editor. Okay, because I remember that somebody said there was a setting that I could check and it would keep it, I can't remember the exact phrasing, so I don't know what to search for. Pretty sure the word editor was in there. Temperature editors. Yes. Because there is a setting, and I know somebody told it to me. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. I'll just ask again later. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Have fun. Let's see. If anyone can how to make the version be fast in the editor. Can't find the previous. Okay. Should probably have done that right away, but I'm always like, no, I need to keep going. Fix this, fix that. But yeah, it will probably have been faster if I did it right away. Okay, so what I want to do is make this one a bit smaller without breaking everything, and then also add a way to show which one you're watching. Or maybe I'll just leave it as is and put a thing behind it, like an eye icon, which I recently made. I just remembered that. Affinity. That was on my laptop, wasn't it? Yeah. Because that would be really quick to just add an eye in there. Ideally, I would have like some particle effects to show like some sparkles or something, but yeah. Also, it bugs me that we don't have different colors for everything yet. Just gonna quickly change the and make sure they're actually a bit more distinct. At least when we start now, we have a nice rainbow. And I really need to make sure that I don't pick too bright colors because the text will be unreadable. Dun, dun, dun. So yellow and magenta, the cyan. Let's just quickly change that to be a more darker yellow. That's probably better, yeah. At least we have some color now. So camera indicator. Let me get some more water. Should probably look at a nice list of colors to add here, but I think this is better than like 8 orange ones. So how am I going to do the camera indicator? I think an eye to line up would be okay. I also need to set the pull back to 8. So that they are all on the same side. Man, there's still so much polishing to do in the game. And I wish I was better at that as well, but yeah. So, okay. Create UI image. Active camera indicator. Let's see. Hey, a knob, that'll work. And it's red, of course, because we're live. Okay, and it just needs to be tiny. A little less tiny. That'll work. So there. Okay, minus 10. That'll work. So how does it line up with the boat? So that one has a y of minus 643. Oh, but it's okay. I need to make it like this to make sure that we have the same vertical alignment things. Wait. Ah, they're all at the bottom. Man, I keep forgetting that. The icon. Okay, so the icon itself will be at 0. But that's only because it's parented and then it's offset and man, let me see. So if I do 0, where does it jump to actually? Does it even care? Oh yeah, because minus 6 for, yeah, that should be the thing. So this should put it at the same position as the icon, and it probably needs a bit more. Because that's offset already. Nope. That's about okay. So to line up, it needs to be the original value minus 640. Yeah. So if the icon is at 0, we need to set it to minus 640 and then we shift that, so that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Let me see. We have the live tracker code. We add another constants. Const float active camera icon offset is minus 640f. Because it's basically this plus 6. Okay. We need a reference to the transform and the game object. We'll probably enable it and disable it and then update its transform. So we need to have references for that. So public rect transform active camera icon. So that is set up. If it's null, throw new computation exception. Name of active camera icon was not hooked editor. Okay, so if the active camera icon, now we need to make sure that we have functions to make start tracking failure. No. Late update, that's fine. Public void set camera tracking if boat number has value, we'll update it. If dot active game object dot see now. I'll just do it the other way around. Game object, and then I'll do transform, and I'll make sure that I do this is active camera icon dot get component. No, I can just do transform as ret transform. Now I have them both, and I just need to, I can access them directly without having to look them up again. Okay, so active self not equals to boat number that has value. Active camera icon dot set active boat number that has value. Come on, boat number has value. So if it has a value, it should be active. If it doesn't have a value, it should be inactive. Either way, if the active state doesn't match the fact that we want to show it, change the active state. Now, if the boat number actually is set, we need to make sure that we move the transform. Set y, come on, set y position. We need to get something for that. Just import the extension. Use it there. Yeah, actually change anchor position, and we use probably use a tracking thing. Progress? No, I need to have the boat. Entry, proposed values. Here we go, boats, okay. So this should be boats dot, boat number. Boat that boat dot we need, where is it, the boat indicator, come on, boat indicator, isn't it there? Let me check. Oh, that already is the boat indicator. Come on. Dot transform dot position. Can I just get position? Transform dot position dot y, and we subtract. No, we take the offset and subtract that from it. Offset, yes, I think that should be it. And now we need to hook this up. So we have in the camera controller, there is a follow function, or focus on, that gets called from somewhere. That's a game manager, and this one can also, there's the boat controller. Okay. So boat equals that boat dot controller script set active camera. Oh no, it's the live tracker actually, so I don't need to do that. Boom. Live tracker, that's set active camera, boat number. But I also need to break it when this one is moved. So I probably need to have an event for that as well. Let me see. Live tracker. But if it's event based, I can't update it there because it will async. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Are people still following along? Curious to hear what everybody's up to. I think I'm gonna get another water. I'll be right back. Christopher told me how to animate, or at least fix the background and make it not so slow. Animate materials. It's still extremely slow for some reason. Yep, that doesn't do it for me. Okay, so we have the live tracker, we have the update that. The next thing we need to do is to be able to break it as well, so when tracking is lost and we need to hide it. So and the way to do that is probably by adding an event to the camera controller. So let's do that now. Public delegate void track boat tracking stopped delegate int boat number that was being followed. I don't think we actually need that, and it will be extra work to actually make sure that it exists, so I'm not going to do that. Public event boat tracking, yep, and then we do the same but without the delegate part and the delegate part. So once the focus target gets broken, invoke. Let's make sure that this only happens if it's not already null. Yeah, okay. So if it's not null, we break tracking. Okay. Yeah, so now we have an event that we can subscribe to. Now we hook it all up in the game manager. So we have the camera controller. Boat tracking stopped. do. No, we clear it here. So. Let's see. Gonna do that in a different way to make sure that it doesn't mess up with asynchronicity. Ah, hi War Symphony, thanks. Glad that you like it. We still have a lot of work to do to make it even better, but yeah, I think it will be fun to play. The small things that we've done so far have been fun already. Snitty, you should be coding the level. How's that going? Well, I really don't know. Everything keeps screaming at me that we won't make it, but I have great teammates and they're doing such a great job. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to all the updates every time, because every time something changes, we get a whole new things to experience. So, yeah. And it's nice to take on some tasks as well and be able to contribute a bit. Okay. Yes, you need to. We actually use GitHub, so just plain git commits. But we tend to not work too much on the same scene. We had multiple scenes that we just merged together. And also we kind of work in intervals, so we're not all working at the same time, so that also alleviates some of the issues. And well, commit often and fast, and yeah. I wanted to try Unity collab at first, but from all the videos that I've seen that there can be some issues, we figured, well, maybe try that some other time and just do something that we know works. Okay, teaser picture on Discord. Ah, that looks nice. Actually, it has a bit of a Islanders feel with the stacked plateaus. Nice. Looking forward to that. And also, like the major thing that's missing from the game right now is a way to see where you should go. So I'm really looking forward to have like a purpose in the game that you see that you have to go through something. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm just thinking, I was doing the live tracker and I was making another property, public int. Actually, I still have it in the clipboard. And this is the active camera thing. Yeah. Boat number track by camera. So we can do that here. Set active camera. Blah blah blah. So this is boat number. So that's at least to keep track of it. What else was I going to do? Ah yes. Bool update. Camera tracking updated is false. So in the update loop, or even late update, that's fine. I can just have a part here if that is false, and I can make sure that I actually process that. So this all becomes a boat number tracked by camera. And now at least it's safe to be updated asynchronously. Okay. Hi, real-time coding. Thanks for joining. What are you doing tonight, real-time coding? Depending on the time zone, if it's night or not. Oh, I think I broke something. Cool. Hey, thanks for following. It's really nice because I keep getting like these emails at the end of the stream, like you need that many more followers to become an affiliate. So yeah, thanks for following. It's really appreciated. Yeah, so we had an error here and I don't know why, because it shouldn't throw an error here. So let me check. Because there's probably something that I didn't think about. So active camera icon was not hooked up in the editor. Ah, that makes sense, and that will throw off everything. So live tracker, active camera icon. Here we go. And there you go. And that's why I write those error checks. It really helps me to not search for these things for a long time. Ah, also working on the Brackeys Game Jam. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering what kind of game are you going with? Because I've heard crazy things. Because like the and War Sympathy promises not to steal your idea. Because they're Harsh from Jonas's Discord, Jonas Tyrota. He's making like 5 games from the past, like Pong and Tetris and Super Mario. It's really crazy to attempt that in a short time frame, but so yeah, I'm really curious to see what everybody comes up with, because I find it to be a difficult theme if you approach it straightforward, like the rewind, like undo, go back in time, retrace your steps, because I think that technically that's a difficult thing to implement well. It's cool, but also, so I'm really looking forward to see what everybody comes up with. So if you have time to share what you're creating, I'd love to hear it. Real-time coding. Let's see if the tracker works. I don't have an error yet, that's good, but it also doesn't shift up or down, so. Let me see if I attach to Unity. Oh, I probably don't set the, yeah, I have my tracking variable and I don't set that it needs to update. Live tracker, the camera tracking updated. Indicator clicked. Let's see, where was this? I also need to make sure that when I said that I flip this to true, so that the code knows to update. Come on, don't die. Okay, and I should probably make this inactive to start. Let's see. It's not really fitting the theme, but I'm not that creative. It's some chaotic game, so the gameplay, not the scripts. I'm working on a game where you drive a car, but you can only drive backwards. Oh man, that's a challenge in and of itself. War Sympathy asks if the camera still faces forward. And you have like, you mean if you have to only look in your mirror? Yeah, as I said, it's a really tough theme, and but in the end, if you have fun and you learn something, I think that's the most important part. And game jams are a really nice way to challenge yourself, you know, because I recently started my own game in Unity a couple of months ago, and it's been fun. And so when Snooty, the I'm doing this game jam with three other people. Snooty is our husband and wife team. And Z. When they said, well, we want to join the game jam, but we need some help. I figured, yeah, this is my chance to join, because on my own, I don't think I could. First of all, I don't have the time really to put in to actually make a good game in the time frame. And I'm missing so much Unity experience, so it's a nice chance to learn and dabble a bit in this. So I hope I get more time in the future to work on game jams. Okay, so now the icon doesn't show up at all. So let me debug again. I make sure that it actually does something. So if I click here, I should get a breakpoint. Yes. Track boat number. Camera tracking updated is true. Now in the late update, this should fire. Yes, okay. Active self. It's active? What the? Is it true? Is it active? I have to check that. Yeah, so this should work. I should probably combine them. Yeah, I need to add, not subtract here. So that's one thing. Oh, maybe that's even the whole thing actually. Let's see if we go to canvas, live tracker. Yep, it's just too far. Okay, so it was working. Just my calculation needed to add instead of subtract. Oh, my Discord, sure. Let me quickly grab a link, man. So this isn't my Discord, but I hang out there a lot. This is Snootyland. Another one that I can recommend is Jonas's game server. So that one was Snootyland. So me and my teammates all hang out there. So Jonas Tyroller also has a Discord, and I have my own Discord, but I only actually keep track of like developer devlogs that are worth following, and other amazing creators that I follow. So I'm happy to drop a link to there as well, but that's mostly just my way to tracking, my way of tracking like stuff on YouTube. So usually when people talk about, oh man, I love this devlog and this devlog and I'm looking for more, then I can go back to my list and recommend some other people there. And the same for just general creators. So like recently I discovered Mark Rober, and before that it was Ivan Miranda and Healthy Gamer GG and 1000. So these are all, every one of this list are just people that you can follow on YouTube and have like a great evening just watching content. So don't have to join. It's fine. But Snootyland is where both like Krister and Claire and Z-Trax is the other guy on the team, where we hang out a lot. So yeah, you're welcome to join us there. So something actually happened, but the position didn't really get updated. So let me check. Attach to Unity. So if I click on 6, this should return 6. Yes. Sure. Okay. Track by camera should be 6 now. Okay. So that's good. But the offset isn't correct, I think. Boat. It's a sailboat indicator. Ah, I need the, okay, I need the icon transform here. Icon transform. Stop it. Man, I love debugging in Visual Studio so much. We have good finger foods too, better than Jonas. Yeah. Let me see. This was icon transform. Is the one that I need. Wow, highlighting has died. So do any of you actually use the debugger to inspect stuff when you're working on Unity? Because for some reason I never see game devs actually do debugging. Okay, so this is still off by some. I need to check this. Okay, let me see. I have one question. Maybe you can help me out because I'm doing a car game. I also need car sounds, but it's kind of hard because you need to do acceleration and stuff like that and costs lots of time. Yeah, actually there are big audio packs. Let me check because I have them on my server. Yeah. Let me quickly find that here. I have them here. So it's like Sunis.com, and they have game dev bundles, and they're huge, and they probably have something like car sounds, free download. So yeah, let me drop that here. And I think if you look at like the format, I think you can go back years every time. So there's like GDC 19, but there's also GDC 18. And there's like gigabytes of audio files that you can use. That's normally costs a lot of money. So if I search for car, here's pole position, Volvo 142 drag car. So that's in the GDC 2019 bundle. Yeah, but they give it away for free and you can use it. So it's not a problem. Actually, let me... just going to add to archive. So it's a normal compression because WAV files compress fairly well. Okay. The temp. Yeah, it's not like an illegal download or anything. No, it's really they, to honor GDC, I think they just build up packs with gigabytes of audio and you can download it for free from their site. It's actually a company that sells this stuff for a living. So they just create bundles to give back to the community. So yeah, it's really nice and it's used a lot. But quality is all over the place and there's all sorts of, because every author has their own way of doing it. But yeah, I can recommend looking into that. I'm downloading one of the files for you now to see how it sounds, so you can have an idea. I can probably create a direct link for you on my web server, so that you don't have to download the full 20 gigabytes. So extract here. Nope. Let's see. There's even a picture here. But I can't hear anything actually. Let me see. Volume mixer. Ah, there's something there. Can you hear it? Can you hear that? So there's like all sorts of parts, and there's like drive-bys and stuff. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a link for you so you can link to, download it yourself. And you can check it out, and if you want, you can drop into the stuff later. Volvo 142. And go to C, initpub, root. Volvo 142.rar, I think. Yep, okay. Here you go. Download that file. That should be a WAV file that you can cut parts out of for your... you can use that and cut parts out of it for your game. And it's part of the Sonis bundle, so you can download the whole bundle and find even more. Okay? So let me jump back. I'll give you the link to the, don't know if I dropped it, but the link to the Sony's stuff is, oh yeah, I dropped that before. Yeah. Let me see. I need to remove my server. Boom. Yeah, so for some reason the tracking thing, that works. So if I move away, it gets cleared. That's good. Now I need to find out why the positioning is not correct. Oh, I also need to have it move along, probably. It's off by so much, I wonder why. Is it always the same offset? Yeah, the race is finished, yay! And nobody finished in the correct order. Okay. It says the video is not supported by this browser. No, it's not a video, it's a WinRAR file. I compressed it to make sure that it's not too big to download. So, if you don't have WinRAR, sorry I'm making this easy, harder on you. You can go to rarlab.com and download WinRAR there. And there are probably also other tools that extract RAR files. Then you will get a WAV file, which is just uncompressed audio. So there will be it's lossless audio. And you can use, every operating system has something to play WAV files. PCM Wave. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I needed to have an offset. The offset was wrong. So if I go to boat 8, wait. Oh, yeah, sorry, it needs to be this one. Boat 7 is boat 8 actually. So this one has position to 10. So if I do this and I go to 430, I should be, yeah, I should be right on it. So Why doesn't that work? Let me check. Oh, because maybe it's anchor position, local position change, local position Y. I'll just have a breakpoint and check anyways. So that one is at 251. Let's see, anchor position. Yeah, it should be the anchor position, I think. So now if I look, what will it be? Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine. But it isn't fine. That's so weird. Because this one, the icon should be okay at 280. So if I, okay, let me set the breakpoint again. So I'm looking at number 2, 180. Wait, what's a different value there? Okay, that's not correct. Icon transform. I need the anchored position. Stupid on me. That's why it didn't work. I need anchored position. And I need the transform be a rect transform. Yes. Anchored position. That one. This is how it should be. I think I'm back. I lost connection or something. Okay, welcome back. Let me know if it worked out with the audio file, because you'll need WinRAR to unpack it, and then you can use basically any audio player to play the file. And it's basically like a long audio track, but there's a lot of parts inside of it, so you can just scroll around, listen to where it's like it will have parts idling, it will have parts like interior sounds, accelerating drive-bys, stuff like that. Ah, okay. I can dump them again. Let's see. That's the audio file. And this is the software you need to unpack it. And this is the place where you can find the full audio archive, and just change 19 to 18, etc. Or just Google the name coupled with GDC and you'll find all of it. Yay, man. Okay, but now I need to make something that also moves it along. So it's good that I kept track of which one was being followed. So now I make sure that when I update it, that one also gets updated. So yay. So it's even easier than that. I actually don't need the camera tracking updated, because I need to move it each time every time anyways. An entry will have the indicator, it will have the boat number. Yeah, so I do this in here, also do this, because it basically needs to happen every time anyways. So the whole updated thing is null and void. Because it needs to move along the tracker as well. So this can go, I can run it again. Which Discord link would you like, mate? For my own? Let me see, I think this one is mine. Yep. My personal Discord. Yes. There you go, that's my personal Discord. Thanks for hanging around. It's always nice to see new people. So that one and that one can go. I can move this along. So now if I click track, it should probably work. Yay, it works. It always feels nice when you can check something off your list. Tracking, added a tracking indicator to show which boat the camera is following. Yeah, no problem. He's off by himself here. So that's what happens when you get grabbed by a water effect. Now it's always the back. Cool, it's nice to see all the effects work and jump around. So yeah, another task done. That's nice. So I think I'll focus on the point scoring system now. Just leave this running in the background. Let me think, because there is a race result manager, and I should probably also make sure that we can hide the race result and try again. So I have the score here. Public float. Sequence distance penalty. I'll put it at 10. Step penalty. So I'll deduct. Nah, I'll just keep it in. Because I'm thinking about implementing a scoring system where if multiple boats finish in sequence, so like the goal would be finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have like boats 1, 2, 3 finish in position 2, 3, 4, that you still get points, extra points for each 3 of them because they finished in sequence related to the original sequence. And I'm thinking that the farther away the sequence is from the desired step, that you get penalty points deducted. And I also think that if you don't make like the exact perfect move, that you have a base penalty always applied. So I think the base penalty for now will be 30. So Yeah, that it will remove 30 and then 10 for each step. I think that's fair. And we can change it later. So yeah, now I need to make sure that I know which are sequenced finishers. Let me see. Phone number. Because this is all based on a relative position, so I probably need to know for each one of them if they're part of a sequence. So I have a race result thing here, so I can have a public bool is part of the sequence. Okay. This is part of sequence. Actually, I can do that as the first thing to check. Color it orange. Otherwise, we do the other things. Doesn't it list orange? Okay. Yellow is hard on the eyes. I'll make it blue. These are just temporary colors. They will look horrible, but it'll be functional. Yeah, no problem, man. See, so we have is part of sequence that we can set here, and I'll use it for now for the background color, and the points will get set externally anyways. So so I probably need to iterate through this. I also have them in sequence, so the finishers. Okay, for in sequence is finishers to list. No, to list. And I need to link for that using system.link. So that will flatten the list into key value pairs that I can access indexed actually. So I'll do for int I is 0, I is smaller than the count, I plus plus. Entry is in sequence I. Okay. And then I can do all of this. Let me see. Int number. What number is entry the key. Sure. So for now I can remove this. Yeah, now result dot is part of sequence means if I is null, we compare the current to the next, and otherwise we'll compare it back as well. If I equals to null, actually if it's larger than null we can check the previous. sequence I minus 1 dot value dot that would be the finisher then. That doesn't work because it's in sequence. No, that still works. Let me put it here. But I can't know it for the first one. Let me think. So I can compare it to the previous one here. And boat number will be the key. Yeah, I can check that against the previous. Okay, so if they are in sequence, because the key is actually also the desired one. Key plus 1 should be equal to boat number. Let's see, if not resulted is part of sequence, result is part of sequence. Sequence, and or should we just go back, make sure that the previous one works? Now I can look ahead. Let me see the chat. Doesn't open my stream. Yeah, for another hour max, I think. I'm trying to fix something here. But I have client work to do in the morning, so it's 11 p.m. here, so 11 past 11 p.m. here. So I'll try to go home around midnight or earlier if possible. So I'll be finishing up soon. Let's see, result is part of sequence. So I'm just thinking for like to determine whether the boat's finished in sequence, I can do a look behind. But if it's the first part of a new sequence, I can also look ahead if the index is smaller than the length. So, and I is smaller than in sequence.count minus 1. Then we can look ahead. This is spelled wrong, I think. CQ. That's better. Alright. Plus 1 dot key minus 1 equals boat number. So first let me see if this actually works. Okay, some boats are finished. Cool, so it actually works already. So, nice. So boats 1 and 2 finish in position 2 and 3. So they finish in sequence, so I can give a bonus to them. 5 placed in 5th. And 9th placed in 5th. So let me just quickly share that with my friends. So now I need to add the scoring for that. And I probably need to have like a full score tally. And the scroll bar should probably extend further down. Right. Circle. Screen. Let's see. So yeah, that's part of the things that I did today. So now I'm going to do the actual scoring and make sure that I calculate it. Let's see. So the score, the current points is correct position score. I think I need to change this. So now if we're in sequence, that's okay, and else we finish in the exact same position. So let's do this first. If we finish, then okay. Else we can go down this route. Correct position score. We still might actually set that it's part of a sequence, even if it's the correct position. Could add a multiplier for that, but nah. For a streak, that also means that I need to change the result manager, because it will have the color differently. Because it assumes that if it's in sequence that it won't be at their actual position, but that's not true. It can be both. So if it's in the desired position, that is correct. Otherwise, we can do this. So if it's not part of a sequence, I can set just the score you get for finishing, and if not, we start with this, we subtract penalty, minus sequence step penalty times, and this will be the distance. So this should be the desired position minus the finished position. Absolutely. So math dot apps, or sure, math app dot apps. Fine. Desired position minus the result dot finished position. So that's the distance, and you get a penalty for that. Okay. And now I want to add something that will display the final score. So the live tracker here, results screen. Let's work on that. Scroll view. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what Chris has been able to do. Looks kind of cool. Can't wait to play with it later. Or tomorrow. Let me see, do I have changes in the world scene? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm just talking to the teammates. Okay. Good luck on your game, real-time coding. Thanks for keeping me company a bit today. And feel free to let us know how it went with your game and share some progress on Discord. To simulate a collider. Not sure what you mean. It's like you have colliders and they trigger, so I'm not really sure that I understand the question. But yeah, please share the progress. Let me see. Because movement is kind of abnormal. The movement. Okay, yeah, I think I will need additional info, and to be honest, I'm not the greatest at a lot of this stuff. Rust. Yeah, I don't think I can help you with that, I'm afraid. So my strengths mainly lie in the C# coding. Let's see. So I want to. Actually, I can check what it does if I not want to unhide this one. Result screen. To check what it does for the scoring. If I just blow everything this way. Ooh. Nobody finished in sequence. Okay, let's try that again. Cool. Krister, I have it working. As you can see, boats 7 and 8, boat 3 and 4 placed 7 and 8. So they get a 20-point penalty plus 10 points, or 30-point penalty plus 10 points penalty for each that they're distant from their actual target. So they get 30 points instead of 100 points. Yeah, no problem. It's cool. I'll check Discord later. Hey, thanks for the cheering, War Symphony. Yeah, so I want to do like a summary of the points. I'll probably make this smaller so that you can have a better overview, because I think it's too big now. And the colors obviously need to change. But yeah, that's all polish that we can add. And the times actually need to be subtracted from the time that you click the start button. So that's also something that I need to do. But yeah, it's taking shape. So we have a basic scoring system now. And I even think that if you make like perfect scores in sequence, that I can add a bonus modifier to that as well. But I'll leave it like this for now. So. But yeah, we have boat tracking and everything. And you can't move this away currently, so that's also something I need to do. So I'll commit this for now, and I think I'll call it a night. Let's see. Update the scoring system to also reward boats that finish in sequence. So this needs to change if we want to reward boats in sequence as well. Actually, I need to fix that because it's just incorrect. Let me see. Boat result manager. Which class was this again? Race results. Race result. Where are you? Race results. Okay. So is part of sequence doesn't really mean anything right here. Oh. Because if it's like this, it should be okay. Otherwise it's red, and I can still actually do if to do maybe indicate sequence correct, sequence being correct differently combinations of exact finish position plus being part of a sequence, because I think I split them up, that the sequence is always calculated, isn't it, right? No, I haven't implemented that here either. I haven't implemented that here yet, so if the desired position is part of sequence, will never get set, but I want to do that. So I could just do this and make sure that it's always calculated. It shouldn't have a negative impact here. So yeah. So I think that's it for today. I'm going to commit it like this. Maybe run it once more to make sure that that I didn't break it. And I'll be home before midnight. That's a first this week. Look at them go. Boom. So both 8 and 9 finished 3rd and 4th and got a bonus for it. And the rest didn't finish in sequence. Cool. I'm going to commit this. Updates goes yeah. Commit. And now let's see, I can revert these. Don't know why they always keep changing. And now I'll try to see what happens. Okay, let me see in Discord. Okay, so I see you on Discord. I sent you a message. Could you send a link to this account? Yeah. Oh, for the Discord. Sure, I'll do that. Let's see. Invite. Copy. And I've sent you the link. Okay. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. I got some things done, made some progress, and I'm looking forward to actually see the changes tomorrow. Did you already push the changes, by the way, Snooty? Krister? No, okay. So I guess I have to check it tomorrow. Okay. So I want to thank everybody who joined me again today. Thanks for keeping me company. And I guess there'll be another stream tomorrow. So looking forward to all the changes. And thanks for the follow. Getting to that 50 number slowly but steadily. Thanks guys. See you next time. Bye bye.